then we can start, okay? Let me see. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Tonight we're going to talk about some success, redefining success, what it means and feels like for you. I have here my colleagues Marcio and Lucas, and we have some questions to talk about this subject. We have watched a video previously about this matter, and why don't we get going? Okay, so Marcio, do you mind to introduce yourself and answer the first question? What does success mean to you, and has that meaning changed over time?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Marcio Romualdo. I'm 43 years old. I'm married. Um, I have three daughters. I am a network security engineer. I'm graduated in computer network and MBA in architecture and infrastructure IT. Um, Outside work, um, I love traveling with my family when I have time. I love spend time with my daughters, play video games and another games with my friends too. I like a lot read good books, watching series and good movies too. And I am here in Talk and Talk since February this year. My goal here to improve my English, my skills in this language. That's it, Leandro.
Okay, do you mind answering the first question? What does success mean to you, and has that
Yes.
meaning changed over time?
For me, success means when you achieve your goal, in my opinion. Okay, doesn't matter if this goal is big or small. The most important when you achieve this goal because small victories it's important in your life, né? This is my opinion. Success resume in this simple uh, simple action, né? When achieve your goal. Okay,
Awesome. Thank you, and nice to meet you, Marcio.
thank
What
you.
about you, Lucas? Do you mind introducing yourself and then answer the first question to us?
Okay. My name is Lucas. I'm 39 years old. I am administrative assistant at Unicamp. I have been married for 11 years. In my free time, I enjoy reading personal development books like The Power of Habits. Enjoy drinking black coffee, no sugar, and watching soccer games. I live in Campinas, São Paulo, with my wife, and this is my 10th immersion in Talk and Talks. My goal here is to improve my speaking skills in English. About the question number one, these days when I think about success in professional terms, it's me having a good salary combined with doing work you actually enjoy. So when I was younger, success has a different means because I was so younger and was about having an expensive car or living in a big house. But now that version of success I used to believe in no longer makes sense to me. That's it.
Okay, thanks, and nice to meet you too. Actually, all the cars are expensive
Oh,
recently, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
Nowadays,
your
yes.
your dream come true.
Yes. Today is it. Very
There's no
expensive.
cheap car anymore. Okay. Thanks, Lucas. You are the responsible for it. No, I'm joking. Well, let me introduce myself as well. Real quick, there's nothing really interesting about me. So I am Leandro. I am 34 years old and I live here in Santa Catarina, Florianópolis. I've been here for a while. I believe it's since 2022 or 2023, if I'm not mistaken. And what can I say about me? Well, I work with network infrastructure, IT infrastructure in general, and it's been a long time working on with it. And well, I would say, Lucas, if you like coffee, black coffee without sugar, you can work with IT. So you have the first requirement. Okay. Yeah. And well, answering the first question, I believe our definitions are our means of success change over time, right? As we get older and mature, we understand some things, and I kind of identify myself as you, Lucas, like, okay, in the future, I want to have an expensive car, big house, blah blah blah. But all of a sudden, we realize life is not just about things. And then we start our families, we do our things, we learn a lot. So yes, it's I would say my personal definition of success right now is totally different than 15, 20 years ago, right? So it's I like to talk about it because we can have different perspectives around the same subject and different experiences. So I believe this is a really nice topic to have a conversation and also to learn and to practice and to share our thoughts and to practice how to express our ideas. Okay? So let's jump to the second question. Lucas, do you mind read and then answer the second question to us?
Yes, no problem.
All right.
Can you describe a moment when you felt truly successful? What made it meaningful? I think it was when I passed the public exam for a position at Unicamp. I had been studying for about 2 years, and when I saw my name on the list of those approved, I truly felt successful, not in financial terms, but in terms of professional achievement.
Oh, nice
That's
example.
it.
Thanks. I felt something similar. Of course, it wasn't a position on Unicamp, but it was my first certification in English when not in English, but the exam was in English, but for some IT related stuff. And I was like, oh boy, I've made it. So I felt successful for a few moments. Take my wife to have a dinner outside. It was something remarkable to me. And what about you, Marcio? Do you remember, can you describe a moment when you felt successful?
I have many moments, but the last moment for me it's more important. Two weeks ago, I'm passed in a uh, process interview. Okay, in this process job, I had uh, three interview in English, guys. For
Wow.
me, this is more conquest because uh, uh, 6 months ago, I had insecurity in speaking English. For me, when I work with IT, do you know, it's important to speak in English. It's necessary to speak in English. Imagine I had many situations hard for me when I needed speaking English with an engineer, an engineer. Oh my gosh! So in this case, I passed in this interview. I tried the this job. Thanks God, I started in the next month this job, and when I will need speaking English every day. Okay, imagine this. For me, it's a big conquest.
Yeah.
So it is for me is a big motivation because I had in this community speaking English every day. Okay, in immersions, these immersions help me a lot. Okay, I tried this goal. So that's it, Leandro. This is for me. It's the most uh, conquest for me.
I would say this is not the last one because as soon as you keep practicing every day, of course you were
Uh-huh.
practicing here every day, but in real life situations with people that you don't have a second language to make sure, like you don't have Portuguese, it's gonna be in English, yes or yes. And I would say that in a few years, you will look back and say, "Oh boy, I still, I am still getting positive outcome on all the effort that I've made." I know it's not that easy to leave every stimuli we have, like uh, social media, a lot of screens and streaming videos on demand, all that in entertainment that we have access today. It's hard to leave that aside and then study, work, read, try to understand, expose yourself here. It's not comfortable, but as soon as you start getting some positive outcome of it, it's amazing. I mean, in
Yes.
I hope that can be fuel to you, that can generate more energy, more effort to you to do more. And will be really awesome, I would say. And also, not only regarding English, not only for English, not only for learning a different language, but this is really difficult, guys. I mean, you can go outside on the street that you live and you won't find anybody. It's hard to find anyone that speaks English. You know, it's different when you live in Europe or in a different country. A
Yes.
lot of
Yes.
people who speaks, and it's easy to you to practice. You go to a coffee shop and you can speak with people from, with foreigners. But here in Brazil, it's really hard. I don't know if you guys live here in Brazil. I guess Lucas, yes, in Campinas, right?
Yes. I'm living in São Paulo too.
So, so it's hard. It's hard. I believe in my neighborhood, two or three people. It's a small village, right, where I live. Two or three people speaks English, fluent English. So it's really hard, and it's hard because we are surrounded by easy stuff to do. Like, okay, let me take some rest. I had a hard day at my work, at my job. So, but man, when you work yourself a lot, when you make an effort, when you study, and when you get some results, this is awesome. This can be meaning of success, like, okay, you have achieved a goal that you probably have set in the past, and I've taken this note. Look, one of the goals I set for myself years ago was, like I said in the video. So I believe you, Marcel, have set this goal to, like, a couple of months ago, to get a job, a foreign job in a foreign company. So you have achieved it. And also you, Lucas, as far as I understand, you have set your goal to have a job at Unicamp, and you've made it. You've made it. And right now you are doing your job, and you are, I would say, enjoying the outcome of all the effort you have made for 2 years. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Studying a lot. So that's awesome, guys. All right, let's move forward. We have the third question. Do you think society pushes one version of success? How does that affect people? And I would like to answer that one. If we go to social media, success is like, we have a wave of influencers, right? And so you need to have a nice car, you need to go to travel abroad twice, 3 times a year, blah, blah, blah. So I have a lot of money, I have a lot of jewelry, And I believe, yes, society pushes one different version of success in a different moment. Like 10 or 20 years ago, we had a model of success. Right now, we have a different one. And I believe it's not healthy to live according to these rules society sets in general. Okay, so from my point of view, I have my own definition of success, and I don't care if people out there are living their lives showing off. I mean, buying stuff they can't afford, being happy only when they have a lot of money or when following an artist and blah blah blah. I don't think this is a good version of success for myself. Okay. What about you, Marcio? What do you think about this third question? Do you think society pushes one version of success?
Uh, I don't believe this. For me, there are many forms the success, né? But most of the persons uh, define one type de success, né? A lot of money when you said, when a premium car, okay, a big house. No,
Expensive cars, as Lucas said.
yes, expensive car,
Even a
uh,
Quid is expensive today, so
BMW, and Ferrari, etc. No, no, no. For me, success, when I said before, when you achieve your goals, okay? For example, my goal here, get a certification, for example. Oh, for me, this is a uh, sh short success because I achieved this goal. Okay, uh, that's it. But for most of the people think wrong, in my opinion. Okay, so that's it, Leandro.
oh, I understand.
Short
Well,
answer. This is my 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 understanding this success, né?
yeah. What about you, Lucas? What do you think about this question?
I think society strongly promotes the idea of financial success, that you always need to earn more and more. Um, it's not that making money is wrong, but the way it's pushed and us makes people constantly compare themselves to other who seem extremely successful. And I don't think that it's very helpful. That's it.
I agree with you. And actually, we are living in a crazy moment, I would say, because we have tons of technology access, we have shortened distances. On the other hand, we are more and more uh, getting away from our people, I would say, but from our relatives. Okay, so we can right now take our phones and talk with anyone in Europe, Asia without any problem, but sometimes we feel more and more lonely, and we have a lot of access to a lot of different options. So it's really hard to live, from my opinion, to live right now and try to achieve these success goals, earning more and more, and it's never enough. It's something like you are running to catch the wind. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really hard. So I believe two of you have already answered the third question, right? So let's move forward to fourth question. Is it possible to feel successful even when things don't go as planned? Lucas?
I believe so because many times our plans just don't go the way we expected. There is a quote I sometimes mention that says, "Life doesn't care about your plans." So if you still managing to reach your final goal, that's what truly is, that's what truly matter. That's
Awesome.
it.
Oh, what about you, Marcio?
For me, it's possible, yes, because sometimes when you achieve your goal, but the most important for me that you try to achieve this goal. Okay, um, imagine, every single day we we doing many things. Okay, it's common. Sometimes you fail in these things. The most important that you, in my opinion, when you try make this thing, the most important. The financial results is a consequence, okay? But sometimes you you not achieve. Sometimes you achieve these goals. For example, when I get this certification, imagine, uh, I I was reproved in a certification when I get CCNP security in my area. For example, it's very hard, okay, but I'm try get. For me, it's possible, yes. Yeah. What about you, Leandro? What's
Speaking
your
of
opinion?
that, I remember in 2010, I was attending a course to take the CCNA exam, Cisco. I forgot the definition. Cisco Certified Network
Yes,
Associate.
yes, associate. Yes, yes,
Yeah, and CCNP is Cisco Certified Network Professional, right?
correct.
And the last one is engineer. Yeah, so I was attending a course to take the exam, and it comes that it ended up that I didn't take the exam, but I learned a lot. At the end of the course, I didn't take the exam, so it was something like my plan weren't go as planned, I would say, but I learned a lot, and I still remember like 15 years ago, 15 years after it, I still remember a lot of things that I learned at that course, examples and stuff like that. So I can consider myself successful for that because it was some knowledge that I acquired at that time. I didn't achieve it, my main goal that was to take the exam, and maybe the route that I've taken after that, after haven't passed the exam, I didn't even try to take the exam at that time, at that point. So maybe it was the best thing that have happened to me. I don't know. Right now, I consider myself in a good position, in a good situation, and I don't know if it would be here. Who knows if I would be better or worse than I am today. So I can mention this situation as moment when things didn't go as planned, but it ended up that it was a positive thing. You know what I mean? So nice to remember that time. I was recalling right now, leaving the office and then going to have these night classes, CCNA. I remember a small router. It was a Cisco 1841, a small one with serial connection between them, and we had a practice lab. Wow, 15 years ago. All right, so
A long
let's
time ago, né?
yeah, let's move forward. After that, I
Well,
have worked with really, I would say, uh, big equipment from Cisco, Huawei, and Motorola areas, a lot of stuff. But I remember this small one router. All right, so fifth question. Who's someone you admire for how they define or live their success? Guys, I don't recall anything off the top of my head. Anyone off the top of my head that I really admire for that. I don't know you, Marcio, do you admire someone because of how he or she define or live their success? I don't like that question actually.
I
I can mention my
uh,
father. I'm sorry,
uh,
my dad, because I don't know you if you have someone in mind.
depends. There are many guys, né, that live your success very well. Okay. Uh, I don't know. Uh, maybe. I don't remember. You,
What about
Lucas.
you, Lucas? Do you have anyone in mind?
I like Flávio Augusto. Uh, he's an entrepreneur, né, with several business in different industries. Maybe he. I like the history him. He started his first business making sales for a public phone in the airport Rio de Janeiro. And now he owns multiple companies. I like this Flávio Augusto, not I admirate, but I like him.
Nice.
That's it.
Actually, I remember someone. It's called Naval Ravikant. I have shared with you guys on the chat his name. He's an angel
No,
investor.
no, I don't know this
Nav
guy.
Naval Ravikant. There's a really good podcasts out there with Joe Rogan and he, and I like the way he thinks about life. I like the his history. He is a American Indian guy, and he had a really hard childhood. So he's someone that I like his uh, success definition. I remember right now. I have in this pathway of learning English, I have listened a lot of podcasts, English podcasts. It's a really nice source of information and nice source of practicing to practice listening. So I remember some Naval Ravikant interviews where I really liked his ideas in success definition. So I could mention here. I don't, oh, I admire him, but yeah, it's someone that I can mention
Uh,
on regarding this matter. Okay.
the smart guy.
Yes, yeah, and has a really nice history.
Oh,
All right, so let me see. We have the sixth question. How do you measure success in your own life? Results, joy, growth, impact? I'd like to answer this one. I have a serious problem to measure myself, uh, my own success, I would say, because I am too hard with myself. Can I say that way? I am hard with myself. I don't know, but I am really, I really, let me think a little bit more about this answer. I have to put something better together, but it's really hard to me to measure my own results. You know what I mean? You probably have the same problem, guys. I don't know. What about you, Marcio? What about you? This sixth question.
For me, the first one, results, Leandro. For me, results and impact after growth. Because impact it's very important too. Uh, there are many, depends the results. There are many types the impacts in your life. Okay.
What if you
Sometimes,
don't consider, what if you, when you don't consider the results enough, you know? There's an
no, not.
expression, don't beat yourself too hard. There, this is the expression that I was looking for, and I beat myself too really hard, you know what I mean?
Imagine possible measure success depends the variables, né? Results. This is one variables, the growth and impact. One for me, results is not enough because okay, results it's very important. The first condition, but with you result, these results have an impact. Okay, so depends. Do you need balance these these conditions in my opinion? So that's
That
it, Leandro.
it's hard to me to accept. Okay, that's enough, at least for
Uh-huh.
today. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like it's never enough. So that's why I say I told you it's hard to me to measure my own success. But I agree with you that results are important, but also we have some different stuff to measure it, right? What
yes.
about you, Lucas? What do you think about this sixth question?
I think there are many different ways to measure success for financial results to your emotional states. If your goals is to buy a new house, then you might measure success financially. On the, on the other hand, if your dreams is to become a parent, success may be measured by the emotional connection between you and your wife. So I believe there is no single definition. It really depends on your personal goals.
That
That's
makes
it.
sense. That makes sense. At the end of the day, it depends, right? The
Yeah.
answer is it depends. Cool. Okay, we have the seventh question. Have you ever chased something you thought would bring success but didn't? Lucas, have you ever been in that situation?
I can't think of anything specific right now, but I'm sure that when I was younger, I changed a lot of things that didn't really work out. That's it.
Awesome. What about you, Marcio? Actually, Lucas helped me with my own answer, but wait a minute. What about you,
Yes,
Marcio?
guys, a long time ago, I have tried make a Sussex DJ, but I'm not a growth designer.
Here's the answer.
Yes, yes, I'm played with vinyl. Okay,
Oh, okay. Oh, an
yes,
authentic disc
I
jockey.
like a lot, but guys, here in Brazil, this is profession, not don't it doesn't have value for guys. This is like a very very uh, maybe today it's possible because in this area do you need the English? Okay, it's very important because do you need make a networking with other guys in around the world? Okay, so I have friends that I don't remember conseguiu in English.
Achieved?
Achieve, yes, yeah, achieve this goal, play in another countries, play in the last Europe, Colombia, Ecuador, Argentina, etc. But it's very, very complicated because do you need a lot of money? A lot of money. Do you need work your image? Né? Nowadays it's more easy because the social medias help you in this side. Depends your strategy. Okay, you uh, when you have to invest in this type of marketing. So in the past, for me, I don't I achieve this goal.
On that matter, it's hard because it's unfair. I would say the music market is unfair. We have a lot of good talents out there,
Yeah.
but the a lot we have a lot of people that like commercial stuff. You know what I mean? We have a
Yes.
lot of commercial stuff. In the past, at least in my case, in the context, in reality that I have lived, we only consumed what the television serves to us. Like, I never understood why the television is free until the point where I understood that we are the product.
Hmm.
We are watching then and then watching the ad. So when it comes to music, it's really unfair if you don't have a lot of money to invest to buy some to buy your image or to make yourself successful, as we have a lot of examples out there, it's unfair. And on the other hand, you have to learn a lot, to study a lot, and to invest in equipment. And I believe it's unfair working with music here in Brazil. Maybe if you has born and raised in a different country, you have better options, better opportunities. But here, depending how you live, is your condition, financial condition, it's really hard to be successful at music. And I remember, speaking of that, I remember when I was a teenager and until I have my 20s, 25, I guess, I really liked cars. You know, I have bought my first car with when I was 16, and then my second when I was 17, and then I got my license, and then I had a lot of cars, but I never could save any money because we know cars are expensive and not that much as today. So, but in the past, cars are expensive, and I like car sound, and rims and stuff like that, to try to like Fast and Furious stuff to modify cars, stuff like that. But of course, it wasn't any successful stuff. At least I keep away from drugs because I haven't no money to do anything, besides to fill the gas tank and and fix the things that didn't go well. But I remember I like it so much. Nowadays, I have a really simple car. It's a transport means to me. It's not that passion that I have in the past. So yeah, I can mention something that I have chased, and of course I wasn't expecting any success, but I in the same way I hadn't any success chasing car stuff. Okay. Right now, the important thing is to have fuel to go from A to B, and that's it, and don't have any problems in the middle of the way. All right, let's move forward. We have 10 minutes and we have three questions. So I believe we will be fine here. So what's the relationship between success and failure in your experience? Hmm, It's a hard one. Do you want to answer that one, Marcio?
Ah, yes. Nowadays, né? Nowadays, I'm adult, okay? This is success and failures. Uh, it's common in my
Something
life,
normal.
okay? Normal all
My daily
the
routine.
time,
Oh boy.
please. For me, I am maturity in this subject. So sometimes I success on things, sometimes I fail on things. It's normal. Okay, no problem. When I failed, I'm trying again. Okay, or change my goal. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, go ahead, please.
No, no. Okay, I finish.
I would say that I agree with you. Something like, okay, we are used to have victors and losses, I would say. So it's part of our routine, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's something like, okay, the month it's almost finishing, and I have saved $100, and then the gas finishes, I have to buy
Mhm.
more, more gas. It's something like that. We are used to have these kind of small victories and small. I forgot the opposite of victory. Do you remember, guys? The
Victor,
op
derrota.
opposite.
I don't remember.
The opposite of victory. There's a word, victory. Let me look for it. What's the opposite of victory? Defeat.
Defeat?
Defeat. Like I win, so I have a victory. But when I don't win, I have failed. I had a defeat. Let me write this here in the chat. Defeat is the opposite of victory.
Antonyms, né?
Yes,
Antonyms.
it's the anton of victory.
Defeat, loss, né? There are
Yeah,
no other nouns. Failure,
yeah,
né? Okay,
yeah.
right.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
But
Okay.
yeah. All right, so I forgot where. Okay. It was the 80th question. What's the relationship between success and failure in your experience? Lucas, last but not least, what do you think about this question?
I totally agree with you. And for me, success and failure are completely connected. I believe that before achieving success, we usually go through some failures that help shape our path. It might sound cliché, but Thomas Edison once said he failed 9.999 times before finally invented the light bulb. In my case, I failed a few public exams before being accepted at Unicamp. So for me, failure is part of the journey to success. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's a good answer, right? So, guys, I have shared with you the survey URL. Please go there and evaluate our conversation here and leave suggestions of topics or suggestions of something that you think might have to improve. And well, I believe we can answer one more question, but I would say it was a really nice conversation so far. I really like this subject and like your opinions, the way you guys speak. And so let me see the 90th question. If no one else could see your achievements, would you still pursue the same goals? Why or why not? This one is a good one. I'd like to answer that one. I believe from my I would say from my current personal success definition, I believe only my family, my wife and kid need to know my own achievements, right? So if wasn't for them, I don't know if I would pursue the same goals because right now I have my idea of of family, having my family, my success would be directed related to my family. So if I haven't had them, I don't think I would pursue the same goals. What about you, Lucas? What do you think about this question?
I don't pursue my goals to show them of the other people. In fact, I actually prefer that they don't even know about my success. But the only exception is my wife, because who is my partner on this journey.
Makes a lot of sense, right?
That's it.
And you, Marcio, would you have the
Uh,
same goals if you
yes,
couldn't
yes.
share?
For me, yes. Because I'm fight for my goals for me, for my family, not for the other people's. Okay. Uh, I have this motivation for me. I'm auto motivation. Okay. Nothing that I make uh, is for the another persons. I fight for my goals for me. Okay, my effort. That's it, Leandro.
Yeah, it makes no sense showing off to people, right? But in fact, we have a lot of people that like doing it.
Sorry, guys, I need left because I
Oh, no
need
problem.
join in another meeting. Okay.
Sure, no problem. So I really
Thank
appreciate
you
your
so much,
participation here,
Lucas,
Marcio,
Leandro.
Lucas,
Bye
and
bye.
I'm closing this